Hello everyone, my name is Jazz and welcome to my channel. Okay guys, so for today's video I decided to put together my best top treasure or thrift flips that I have been made since I started this channel. So the idea is that you can get some ideas and that you can get inspired to maybe reuse your stuff, give them a new look and transform your pieces, maybe furniture, maybe a jar, whatever you have at home, or maybe that you can recycle some stuff that you have. So yeah, I hope that you can get inspired from this video, and if you do, please, if you like it, a big thumbs up. That really helps to support this channel. And let me know in the comments which of these ideas is one of your favorites, and make sure that you are subscribed, hit the bell, and that you share this video with friends and family. Remember to follow me on all my social media pages, my webpage, and my other channel, Just on My Home. The other channel, it's all about DIYs, have fun. My husband and I like to do so many home improvements, rental-friendly DIYs, so make sure that you are subscribed to that other channel too, so you don't miss the video that is coming soon. And yeah, I hope that you like this video, and let's get started. I found this giant metal milk can in a thrift store for less than $5. I was shocked when I saw it because it was a great deal, so I just got it. The metal is a little bent in some parts, and the paint it has does not go with my style, so I decided to transform this milk can to a slightly more like an industrial or I don't know, like modern farmhouse style. I start by giving it a coat of spray paint in black ultra matte color and let it dry very well. A single coat was enough to cover this can. Then I wanted to make a little more personalized, so I used my Cricut and I created this design with the letter V and in the year in which my beautiful family was formed with my husband. Then I just stick it in the center of my milk can. From there, for the top, I tie a ribbon around it with my hot glue gun, and then I made a bow with this ribbon as well, and then I just stuck it too. I think it's a nice touch to add this bow, and it looks very pretty. Maybe you could leave it that way, but I decided to put some greenery inside and turn it into a beautiful personalized milk can planter. And this is how the second project turned out, and I really like it a lot. The white, the black, and the cream colors looks amazing together, and just adding some greenery, it does more to my style, and I love that. I will be using this toolbox that I just got in the thrift store for less than $2. Can you believe that? $2. That's amazing. The wood was in perfect condition, just a little painted. So the first thing I did was to clean this toolbox the best I could with wipes. From there, I use my Waverly chalk paint in hazelnut color, and I start painting my toolbox. Actually, this toolbox have many divisions, so I was very focused on painting everything well inside and out so that it will look uniform. First, I give him a coat of paint, then let it dry very well, and give him another coat of paint. I love using chalk paint of the Waverly brand just because it covers a lot and does not need so many paint coats, and also dries very fast. After it is dry, I want to create a distressed look, so I use my Waverly chalk paint in plaster color. For the distressed look, I love using this type of brush. They are very cheap and you can get them at Walmart. I put a small amount of paint on the brush and then I can start to paint my toolbox, just giving a stroke in one direction. The amount of paint you put on it is what your distressed look will look like, so it's up to you. But most of the time, I usually just put a small amount of paint. Once I paint everything and it's dry, I use my Cricut to create this fresh market decal, and I just stick it in the center of the front of my toolbox. It can be decorated in many ways, so I decide to place a small towel in the corner. As you can see, the divisions that this toolbox has are very small, so I decide to put some greenery and fill in those spaces. Then I put this salt and pepper shaker I had, as well as my mini rolling pin and a pine cone to also fill in the front side of the toolbox. Guys, this will be the result of my last project. I really like it a lot. I am in love with this last project and it looks super farmhouse styles and you can use it for many seasons. And I really believe that this trash becomes one of my favorite treasures. I'm going to transform this vase that I had a long time ago in my house, and it is from Walmart. I was not using it because I no longer like it and I think it looks a little bit boring, so I start using my Waverly chalk paint in black or ink color, and I'm going to give it one coat of paint to the entire bottom of this vase. The center of the vase that is made in braids, I'm going to leave it that brown color it has, but at the top part I'm going to give it another color to create some contrast, and I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in white color, and I'm going to give it 2 coats of paint, and between each coat to dry my paint, save time and make the process faster. I really like to use a lot my heat tool. I love to use this whenever I paint, so in the description box you're going to find the link of where you can get this tool. Once all the paint is dry, I will put paper, or maybe you can put plastic inside of this vase just to fill the empty space, and then I'm going to put these leaves that are from Walmart just to give it some green touches to this piece. And I really love how my new vase looks like, and now it has that modern farmhouse touch and match with the rest of my decor. It looks like a whole new piece, and I just add a little bit of paint. I really want to share with you this cool hack. I found these woven baskets at the thrift store. They always come like in a set, and I'm going to be using this one to make it like a riser, and for that you need to have like a strong surface to put it. So I'm going to be using this round circle plaque that I get from Walmart. I'm actually reusing this one, and I'm going to be using also these triangle wooden pieces that I have at home. They're just some extra pieces that I have from previous cuts that I made in a stick. So I'm going to be using these as a legs for the riser. I'm going to be using 4, and I'm going to be gluing them with hot glue. I really like these triangle pieces because I think they add a interesting look to my DIY. But if you don't have something like this, you can use maybe wooden caps or any other piece that you have at home and you can use as a legs. Once I was done with my riser, or like the base for my riser, this is how it looks, and I really like it. You can use it like that if you want. And then I'm going to be adding the color. You can use any color you want, guys. For these type of pieces, I really like to use the black color, so I'm going to be using my Waverly Chalk paint, and I'm going to be painting all my piece with one coat of paint, and I'm going to let it dry. You can use a color similar to the woven basket, but I really like the black one because it makes a really good contrast, and it's going to make this piece looks a little bit more modern. Guys, I use wood to make this riser because I love to work with wood, but if you don't have wood, you can use any other material like plastic. Just make sure that your base is going to be strong and stable to put your woven tray. Once your piece is dry and looks like this, you can add the hot glue on the top to be able to stick the woven tray on top, and just let it dry for a couple minutes. And this is how your woven riser is going to be looking. I love it. I think it's so unique. You can use these woven pieces to hang them on the wall and make a really nice wall art piece. But I think this is another great idea that you can do, and it's budget friendly. It looks amazing. I found this shelf with hooks in a thrift store for only $1, and it is made of wood. Of course, it looks very bad in this color and poorly painted, so let's transform this treasure. First, I'm going to remove all the hooks. It has to be able to paint and make it easier for me. I want my shelf to have that wood texture, but I don't want to sand the whole piece. I don't want to sand that pink color. I think it is a lot of work, and I'm not a big fan of sanding things. So what I was going to use is my Waverly Chalk paint, and I'm going to give it 2 thin coats of paint. Once everything was dry, then I used my Waverly Wax in Antique color to create that wood effect on my entire shelf, and then I dried everything with my heat tool. Guys, I prefer only to paint before having to sand everything to get to that wood of the shelf. I think, I don't know, it is easier for me, but it is a personal preference. You can sand if you want, but I prefer to paint. I will be painting the hooks with my Waverly Chalk paint in black or ink color, and I'm going to dry them, and then I'm going to put them back on my shelf. I really like how the black color looks like with the wood texture and the white color. The walls of my house are in white color, so I am very happy with the colors that I put on my shelf, and it will create a good contrast in my wall. I want to create that farmhouse entryway on my apartment a long time ago, so I'm going to be using this wall to place my shelf. At the top of the shelf, I will add a DIY decor that I made throughout my channel and pops of green colors. I'm also going to add a cute little basket that I got on a thrift store, and I'm going to hang it on one of the hooks. On the other side, I'm going to put these chains on wood that I also found in a thrift store. I don't remember how much they cost me. I really like them, and I never used them before. I think this was the perfect moment to use it in this project. So I'm going to put them hanging on the other hook, and I'm going to put small pieces of boxwood from Walmart. At the bottom of this wall, I will place a bench. I got this wood bench in a trash. I sanded, I painted like a year ago, I think. That video, it's already on my channel. I'm going to leave you the link in the description box. But after a year and with kids at home, the paint gets some damages, and this bench was in my room before, but now I'm going to put it on my entryway, and I'm going to change that mineral color that has on the top, and I'm going to paint the entire top with my Waverly wax in antique color. And I always put a white paint base first before applying the wax, but I took the risk and I painted on that gray color. The only difference is it will be a little bit darker, but it actually turned out so beautiful. When you are painting with this antique wax color, try to paint only in one direction with a brush to give it that wood texture. And I'm going to leave the bottom of the bench in white color, but I'm going to give it one coat of paint to cover any scratches, and it will look like new. Once everything is dry, I'm going to place some pillows on the top on one side of the bench and a tray with some decor pieces that I already had. You guys have no idea for how long I want that my entryway looks like this. I'm so happy how it turned out. I love the colors that I use. I love the bench. I love everything. And you see a completely renovated space just by changing things around and adding some color. I really hope that you can get some inspiration from this video. Don't throw furniture that you have at home. Just add some paint, new colors, and give it a fresh air to your home. I'm going to use this wood box that I get from a thrift store, and I really like the color of the wood, but I think this is a boring piece. I don't know, I think this wood box needs something a little bit different, more interesting. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to put this decal that I made with my Cricut that says love grows here, and I'm going to put it on one side of the box. And if you don't have a Cricut, don't worry, you can use any type of sticker, and it's going to work very good with this project. Once you put the sticker on, I'm going to be using my Waverly chalk paint in black or ink color, and I'm going to give it only one coat of paint on all the sides of the wood box. I'm going to leave the top part of the box the color of the wood, and that way you can play a little bit more with the colors and texture in one same piece. You can paint over the stickers, and that's fine. We're going to work with them a little bit later. And to dry the paint and make the process just a little bit more faster, I'm gonna be using my heat tool. Once the paint dries, I will be using my sanding sponge from Dollar Tree, and I will be sanding all the edges of the wood box to create a distressed look. And this way you can see how the wood texture pop out a little bit more and give it a really nice touch to your box. Whenever I use a sanding sponge or a sandpaper, I ended up having a big mess in my work area, and for that I really love to use my mini ladybug vacuum, And this is perfect for cleaning all the mess, all the glitter that you have in your work area. And I'm going to be leaving you the link in the description box of where you can find this vacuum. Okay, now that the paint is dry, I'm going to be removing the letter stickers or the decal that I put in my wood box. In this way, the letters are going to look with that wood texture, and it's going to give it a really high-end looking. And remember, always remove the stickers when the paint is completely dry. From there, I'm going to use boxwood from Walmart, and I'm going to put a few branches and insert them in the foam that this wood box has. I really like things that have greenery, but remember, maybe you can put flowers to add a pop of color. I really want to add one more detail to the sides of the box, and for that I'm going to use a piece of ribbon. This one is from Hobby Lobby, but you can use any type of ribbon. Then you can stick the ribbon with hot glue on the box, and you can also add drawing pins to each end of the ribbon just to make it look a little bit more beautiful, and you should do the same on the other side of the box. My loves, this will be the result of how our project looks like. I'm very happy and I'm so proud of this project. For this next project, I found this basket at the thrift store, I think for 60 cents too, and I really like it, but I'm not sure about like the white handles, so I decided to give it a little bit more of like my style. So I'm going to be using some chalk paint in black color, and I'm going to be painting those white parts in black color. I'm going to be doing this very carefully, trying not to paint the basket, and then I'm going to let these handles dry. Once they are dry, this is how my basket is going to look, and you have so many possibilities. You can use it like that if you want, but I decided to do something a little bit different and give you some extra ideas of things that you can do with baskets. I have this mirror from Dollar Tree. I used this before in another DIY. I still have it, so I decided to reuse it and paint all of the borders in black paint. It doesn't matter if the mirror gets paint, you can always clean that with some wipes or a knife. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be cleaning all of the borders, making sure that it looks perfect with a knife. Once this part is ready, I just have to stick my mirror on the center of my basket, and I'm going to be adding some hot glue, and this is going to stay super strong like this. And you can add maybe flowers around basket. I decided to go for some ferns. I think they are perfect now for summer. They look super cute, and this is how my project turned out. I add these to the wall, and I just love it. I think it looks super cute. I think I'm going to be adding these on my room, and I just love it. I love the combination of the colors, the ferns. It was a super easy DIY, super inexpensive, and I just love the result. For this next project, I'm going to be working with these. It looks like a wooden dough bowl for me, and I get it in a thrift store, and it has a lot of paint, but as you can see, it's made of wood. So I want to remove all that paint it has to be able to have the real texture of the wood. So for that, the easiest way is to use my sanding machine, and I'm going to be sanding all these pieces, all the paint it has. And let me tell you, these take a few minutes for me to do. I don't know, because it has so much paint, but I did it and I'm so happy how actually it turned out. As you can see, it has this oval shape. It is not easy with the sanding machine to sand like all the edges, so if you have something similar, just use a sanding paper and sand the rest by hand, and that's what I did. Once I was done, this is how this beautiful piece looks right now, and I really like it. I want to give it like a protective coat to this wood. I have no idea how old this is, so I just want to protect the wood, and for that I'm going to be using my really clear wax, and I give it one coat of this to all my piece. And this is going to change the color just a little bit, but it's okay for me. I am protecting this piece, and I actually love the color that it has at the end. Now it's time to style these, and you have so many options. You can do so many things with these wooden tote bowls. I just decided to make it simple, add a candle in the center, and then add this beautiful garland that I use over and over and over again. You can find the link in the description box of where I get it. It's from Amazon, and it's so inexpensive, and I really like it, and I highly recommend this product, so you can check the link in the description box. This is how my project turned out, and what a transformation, guys. I love it so much. And I style it very simple, but let me know in the comments, how do you like to style your wooden tote bowls? Just let me know in the comments so we can all read and share our ideas. Next DIY, and I found this porcelain teapot at the thrift store for only $1, and I love the shape, I love the lid that it has, but I want to change it a little bit and add some colors and something to make sure that it's going to pop out a lot on my kitchen. So first things first, I'm going to be working on the lid, and I'm going to cover all the lid except for the small bowl that has on the top, and I'm going to cover that using these blue tape, and then I'm going to paint that part using another color. I'm going to use my spray paint in this metallic gold color, and then I'm going to let it dry and remove the tape. Once you remove the tape, this is how the lid is going to look, and it looks amazing with that small and simple detail, but I actually want to add something else to this teapot. So I'm going to be using black paint. I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to be using the stick part of this brush, and I'm gonna be creating dots all over my teapot. Don't worry, they don't need to be the same like shape or the same size. Just try to leave some space between each one of the dots. It can take some time to make these, but adds a lot of interesting look on this piece. You can do this same project using any kind of vase or planter. Just spray paint the vase in white color. Mine was already white, so that's why I leave it like that, and I just add the dots in black paint. You can do the same, guys. Just use your imagination, use any planter or any jar or vase that you have at home, and you can create a unique piece using just some paint. Once I was done with the teapot, I also decided to add dots on the lid close to that gold ball that has on the top, and that is going to make these to look like a complete piece. You can add a coat of Mod Podge once the black paint is dry to make sure the dots are not going to scratch or come off, and this will protect your DIY. Guys, once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I love it. I think it looks so unique and it really pops out from all of the wooden pieces that I have on my kitchen. I had a really fun time creating these DIY hacks for you guys, and I hope that you like them. So guys, I just hope that you like and enjoyed today's video, that you can get inspired with these ideas, and these DIYs turned out so amazing, so beautiful, and so on a budget. I'm so proud of these DIYs, and I just hope that you like them, and if you do, please leave a big thumbs up. That really helps to support this channel. Let me know in the comments which of these DIYs is one of your favorites. I really want to know which one is the one that you like the most. So let me know that in the comments, and make sure that you are subscribed, that you hit the bell, and that you share this video with friends and family. Remember to follow me on all my social media pages, my webpage jazomy.com, and also Jazomy Home, my other YouTube channel. So make sure that you check all of the links in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and see you in my next video. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.